Exclusive! Fabio Paratici is back in action. Spurs now leading the race to sign Juventus striker Dusan Vlahovic for just £20 million. Welcome back to Tottenham News Today channel. Spurs are now firmly leading the chase to sign Juventus striker Dusan Vlahovic in a deal that could redefine their attacking options. According to fresh reports from Graeme of TBR Football, Fabio Paratici has been informed that Juventus are prepared to part ways with the Serbian forward for just £20 million, a figure that has stunned many inside the football world. For a player once valued at nearly £70 million and considered one of Europe's most clinical finishers, this represents an extraordinary opportunity for Spurs. The situation has developed quickly. Juventus, having already brought in Jonathan David and Loïs Openda during the summer, no longer view Vlahovic as indispensable. The 25-year-old's contract expires next summer and, crucially, from January onwards, he will be eligible to sign a pre-contract agreement with any club abroad. That ticking clock has forced Juventus into a corner. Rather than losing him for free in June, the Italian giants are now prepared to cash in while they still can, even at a dramatically reduced fee. Tottenham see this as the perfect opening to finally secure a natural number 9 capable of leading the line in the Premier League. Sources close to the situation say Paratici is driving the negotiations personally, having long been an admirer of Vlahovic from his time in Italy. The former Juventus executive knows the player well and believes he would be a perfect fit for Thomas Frank's attacking system. The discussions, described as active and positive, place Tottenham ahead of both Chelsea and several continental clubs who are waiting for the summer to move. That patience from rival clubs could prove costly. Spurs, eager to strengthen in the winter window, want to act fast, and Juventus are willing to talk. Insiders in Turin admit that Vlahovic has shown no interest in renewing his deal, making his exit all but inevitable. Meanwhile, the urgency on Tottenham's side has only increased following a worrying update from the BBC Sport, who reported that the club are now open to selling Dominic Solanke in January. The English striker, currently recovering from a serious ankle injury, has struggled to regain sharpness, and there are growing doubts internally about his long-term form. With Richarlison and Mathis Tel also failing to impress in front of goal, Spurs find themselves in desperate need of a consistent finisher, someone capable of turning half chances into goals and bringing the cutting edge that has been missing in crucial matches. Vlahovic, with his power, movement and natural scoring instinct, ticks every box. The prospect of signing a player of his calibre for just £20 million has electrified Tottenham fans. It's not just about value, it's about ambition. This is a deal that signals intent, with Spurs moving proactively while others hesitate. Tottenham's recruitment team believe Vlahovic could thrive in North London, particularly under Thomas Frank, who has made it clear he wants a more dominant presence up front. If Paratici can finalise the agreement, Vlahovic could be wearing the white shirt by early January, an addition that might completely transform Tottenham's season. For Juventus, the message is clear: sell now, or risk losing their striker for nothing. For Tottenham, this could be one of the smartest transfer coups in recent memory. The stage is set, the negotiations are underway, and all signs point towards North London. Vlahovic to Tottenham? It's a very real possibility. Tottenham are once again making serious noise in the European transfer market, and this time their eyes are firmly set on one of the most dominant midfielders in Portuguese football. Reports emerging from Portugal claim that Spurs are leading the race to sign Sporting Lisbon captain Morten Hjulman, a player whose rise to stardom has caught the attention of some of Europe's most elite clubs. According to respected outlet Record, Tottenham have been quietly preparing an official bid for the Danish international, who has become the beating heart of Sporting. The 26-year-old midfielder has been nothing short of exceptional since arriving in Lisbon, establishing himself as one of the toughest, most intelligent and composed midfield generals in European football. Hjulman's performances have not gone unnoticed. Scouts from the Premier League, Serie A and the Bundesliga have all been tracking his progress, but Tottenham are believed to be ahead of the pack. Fabio Paratici and the Spurs recruitment team have been monitoring the player closely for months, identifying him as a perfect fit for Thomas Frank's tactical system, a midfielder with physical presence, technical class and leadership qualities that could immediately elevate Tottenham's engine room. However, there's a major obstacle standing in their way. Sporting Lisbon are not willing to sell easily. The Portuguese champions have made it clear that Hjulmand will only leave if his staggering £70 million release clause is met. The club's board have already resisted multiple bids during the summer, refusing to even entertain discussions below that figure. Hjulmand, who is tied to the club until June 2028, remains one of their most valuable assets, and losing him mid-season would be a massive blow. Still, sporting officials are preparing themselves for a turbulent January. Sources close to the Lisbon club suggest they are expecting headaches as European giants begin to circle, aware that Tottenham are prepared to test their resolve. Hjulmand reportedly agreed to stay at Sporting until the end of this season in exchange for a financial bonus. But Tottenham's growing interest could challenge that arrangement. The timing could not be more delicate. After losing Victor Gyökeres to Arsenal earlier this season, Sporting are desperate to avoid another high-profile exit. Yet, Hjulmand's consistency, commanding presence and sheer influence on the pitch have made him impossible to ignore. Described by Portuguese pundits as an absolute monster in midfield, the Dane has already made over 110 appearances, scoring 8 goals and registering 8 assists while wearing the green and white stripes. Tottenham's pursuit signals real ambition from North London. With Bissouma's future still uncertain, the club see Hjulmand as the perfect long-term solution. His ability to dictate tempo, break lines with precise passing, and control the rhythm of matches has drawn comparisons to Premier League icons like Rodri and Declan Rice. Sources inside Portugal claim Spurs have already begun preliminary talks with intermediaries to understand Sporting's stance. While the deal won't be simple, the feeling around Hotspur Way is that Tottenham are ready to push hard if they believe Hjulmand can be prized away in January. One thing is certain, if Tottenham managed to bring Hjulmand to the Premier League, it would be one of the biggest coups of the winter window. That's all for today's update. If you enjoyed this video and want to stay up to date with everything Tottenham, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a story. Don't forget to drop a like and share this video with other Spurs fans. Together we can keep growing the Tottenham News Today community. Thanks for watching, and as always, come on you Spurs.